Welcome to the Mailbag Queensland edition. We've got a new participant. Well, he's ready to get some new subscribers as well. Shane Chilio Curly is going to start terrorising the bookmakers from the Darling Downs. Welcome to the Mailbag, mate.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really happy to be on board. As I said a couple of times already to a few people that have asked me about, joining and that sort of thing. And obviously I've been, I'm a professional punter up here and have been for a number of years. And I just like the way that the Mailbag delivers the info to the punters, and it's sort of complementary to how I bet anyway. So it's an easy fit for me, and I'm really excited to be part of it and hopefully steering some people into some winners.
So your specialty is basically the provincial races around Queensland. You're a big jump out, big trial sort of man. You're not really someone to find a lot of bets in the metro races. You still do a lot of the form there, but you find that your edges are sort of out wide. So you're going to start to offer 2 meetings a week from Queensland.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of opportunities out wide. In Queensland, there's a lot of focus on the main Saturday card, and that's great. A lot of sharp operators, get involved there, but they'll have a lot more success out wide at the provincials. So stick to what I know. There's a big pool of horses that are trained locally up here. There's over 500 horses, trained on the track up here, and 80 odd of those jump out every Tuesday. So heaps of opportunities out wide, and finding particularly in the last 6 months probably that the opportunities that have been coming across are also at good prices. So landscape's changed a bit up in Queensland. So, a lot of, like I said, there's always been a lot of focus on the metro cards, but, we can get under their guards a little bit at the provincials, which is tasty.
Speaking of getting under the guards, I think Zoe White hasn't got under the steward's guard, and she's been rubbed out for 6 months, I see.
Yeah, certainly. I don't know whether the punishment has fit the crime or what the go is there, but it's obviously we're in a serious time, and flaunting those rules could basically bring the whole bring the whole racing industry to a standstill in Queensland. So we won't have to worry about Zoe kicking one home for us in the next 6 months anyway. So probably a good deterrent to anyone else that's sort of been jumping the border for whatever activities.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more to that story. But if you want to join up to Curly's set, it's live on the mailbag.com.au and check it out. So I think around $25 a week for 2 meetings there. So this week there's going to be Gold Coast on Friday, and then on Sunday you got the black shorts on, you got the home shorts on up at Toowoomba. So that's very exciting. Yeah. So you can either jump on tonight or tomorrow or whenever you're ready. But it's a huge card tomorrow at the Gold Coast, and I think it's probably a better card of racing than there is on Doomben on Saturday. Wouldn't you think?
Don't disagree at all. And for anyone that's looking to have a crack this week and sign up, there's 11 races Friday that we'll be covering, and 11 races on Sunday at Toowoomba. So you're basically looking at $1 a race. First weekend, so great time to get involved. I think you're right. There's like I've gone through the card for tomorrow in depth, and only just started Sunday, but tomorrow's card's better than tomorrow at the Gold Coast is better than Doomben on Saturday for sure.
All right, we might do a couple of free races to preview for the punters out there. Gold Coast race 9 looks like an interesting one. The benchmark 80 over 1,800 metres. King's Full's come up favourite at $3.80, and Benfica Princess at $5.50. La Pulga $6, Royal Warfare $9, and then Happy Go Pluckies at $13, and the rest are bigger odds there. Benfica Princess was one that we found on the mailbag for the free Metro set last start at $18. What were your thoughts on race 9 there at the Gold Coast, Curly?
Yeah, look, I'll start with Benfica Princess that you mentioned. I don't know that I like the map. For it, I sort of mapped it last the fence and needing some favours. The Gold Coast tracks traditionally, plays, middle, certainly off the fence, and, they'll get down the middle, certainly as the day goes on as well. It's not for me, I don't think, from the map. I think they're going to be finding it difficult to get to the right spot at the right time. Obviously, the claim for Keel's handy, and getting in with 57 and off that last win. But I think he might be one that'll be just probably under the odds and might need some luck. A couple there that obviously the market's found King's Full. I I think it's got a little bit of class about it. I like the way that Casey Fogden's going about it up here with her horses as well, and Ryan Maloney on. He's certainly a positive. No knock there. I thought it's a horse that's sort of looking like it's ready to sort of do something. What's his third run back from a spell, so he sort of looks like a horse ready to do something, and has ran well in stronger races. So I think it's the clear horse to beat. It's $3.80 top sport right now. You probably want to trim that up. It'll be around about $3.23 at the jump, I would have thought.
I thought La Pulga was pretty good last start behind Junction. It's had a couple of runs back now, and it looks like it's ready to peak at 1,800. Let's kick on to race 10. There's one that you like, and you've sort of tipped it up on our other media show, Little Birdie Pod, and all of a sudden the market's just absolutely collapsed. It's been $5 into $3.20, and that's Grey Missile with Ryan Maloney. Tell us why you like that.
Look, I think it maps perfectly. You've got Spurcraft from gate 12, and drawn directly to its outside is another speed or horse drawn wide is Boom Chicka Boom. Spurcraft had blinkers first time last start, didn't work, half missed away, and it was race over for him. Blinkers off, you see it regularly that horse sort of can half miss away. Blinkers first time, we saw that with Spurcraft. Gets blinkers off this time, and I don't think they'll cross it, and I think there'll be plenty of speed. I've sort of mapped Mashani El Lobo doing its best to kick up. Aqua Beat coming across, Freddie Foxtrot, and then you've got Grey Missile right there amongst them, just mapping perfectly. Pretty happy that Robbie Farr's off. His last two rides on this horse have been ordinary, and he's only just been beaten, both times. And I think, Maloney going on again is a big tick. The map's a big tick. He just, the more you look at this race, you just keep coming back to this horse every time. And, I think it wins.
The other horse that we both were on last start was In His Stride. Absolutely sickening that it couldn't get there last start. How do you find its chances here at odds? We're not really getting the great odds here, but
no. Well, we copped $9, $10 a place last start when he ran third. Yeah. He'll probably start around $18, $19 probably tomorrow. Look, I just he's a horse that I thought was going to be suited to the Gold Coast track, particularly last time when it was wet. That's his go. And I thought he'd get to the right part of the track. I thought the track raced terrible at the Gold Coast the last time there. They raced that Saturday meeting there when it was wet. This fella, I thought he ran, right up to his best. I think back on a firmer surface tomorrow is less than ideal. So I'm happy to go around without him.
And looking to Saturday, probably the best looking race is race 7. It looks a really deep race. You've plucked one out. There's a couple that probably have forgive runs. Looking at the market, it's a 1,200 metre race, race 7, the 3-year race. Zimba's at the top of the market at $5 with the move. O5 Glory's at $6.50. Juliana's at $6.50. Okeechobee is $7.50. Bold Style $8, and then you're getting sort of $19 from Flame Princess sort of onwards. But who do you feel? Is there any market in the early, any value in the early market at 530% there, or? I'm not sure. I'm sort of more looking at the map here for this race and sort of to work out the horses that I wanted to be on. I think there's going to be really good speed in this race, and I want to be on a horse that sort of maps just in behind the good speed and looking to get to the 1,200 now. I've sort of mapped O5 Glory with Aidan Thompson from gate 3, leading, and I've got Lee Palmier and them two cutting at each other. Le Palmier comes from gate 10. He did get keen with the blinkers on last start and Bailey Nodiff Road, and he tried to get cover with it and the horse over raced. From gate 10 with Steph Thornton on, I don't think there's any other option but roll forward. So there's going to be some good speed there. Sort of horses like Ziemba, I know it's first up. I'm happy to be on, Robbie Heathcote horses at Doomben and Eagle Farm. I just don't back them anywhere else away from home. He's got a terrific strike rate on his, on the home decks. It's a horse that obviously has raced better, has raced well over a trip, and I want to be on those horses that are going to be strong at the end of 1,200, and I think he's going to be one of them.
The market's found it like at $5. The other one that I was sort of interested in, or the other one that's in the market, sorry, which I don't know. Look, jury's out for me on 11, The Move. He's been well in the market. Every run he started odds on a couple of times and started well in the market last time. I just don't know whether he's done enough for me at this grade to be sort of going around in that $4.85 quote.
I tend to agree. I expected more last start.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold on that horse. One that I will think will be strong at the end of this 1,200 metres will be number 5, Juliana. I was on her last time, at the Gold Coast. And like I said earlier about the Gold Coast track, the only place you don't want to be in the straight is on the fence. And this horse went straight back to the inside and sort of dashed clear at the short quote and then got run down late. It was more than good enough run first up, at 1,200 to say that it's going to be competitive with the right run at 1,200 second up. And I think it gets the right run. It's, it's around that $6.50, $7 mark. It's the sort of horse that I want to be on, and I'll be keeping an eye on the market on Ziemba as well, the two. And I'm sort of happy to work around those other couple that are going to be on speed. I think they'll cook each other early.
And then how are you feeling? It seems like a smorgasbord of racing up in Queensland for the next few days. Thankfully, the show's still going on, but Toowoomba, the fields are out for Sunday. Is there any horses that have caught the eye early, even though markets aren't out?
Yeah, look, the thing about these races, particularly with the new zones, is we have a couple of form lines that are going to clash. You've got your traditional Toowoomba horses that go around, Dalby, Toowoomba, Warwick sort of places, and now you've got the influx of Gold Coast trained horses, more so up here than what we've seen in the past. So what traditionally where the advantages have been in the market is the horses that travel up the hill, up in this high altitude up here, only the strong survive. So, and you've got horses, out the way the track is as well. It's like it's a big uphill run. So if you've got a speedy type that runs 1,100 on a nice flat track at the Gold Coast and comes to 11 and comes up to a 1,200 at Toowoomba, it's like running 1,300 down there. Right. So it's nice. It's a good meeting for me. Just looking at it, there'll be some horses that have come from the Gold Coast which will come up here and start short and can't win. And there's a number of those in each race. So yeah, no sort of tips, I suppose. Just at the early stage, I'm still working through them. But there's a number of races where I see that some horses are going to start favourite that shouldn't be, that will get some value on the day for sure.
Brilliant. So to wrap things up, this week for Queensland punters, if you're a subscriber of the Victorian Mounting Yard set, you'll get the free Doomben set for Saturday. But if you sign up for Shane's set this week, you'll get Gold Coast. There's 11 races there, and you'll get his white hot mail fresh off the press that he's keeping very close to his chest for Sunday's meeting. So, yeah, there's 3 days of Queensland mail if you want it. But thanks for joining us, Curly, and good luck with the new service. We're wrapped to have you on board.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, mate. See ya.